Thank you, Kevin. This morning we are joined by David Flowers with David Flowers Teletherapy. Today's topic, great to have you back, by the way.
Thanks, great to be here.
We're talking about different ways of connecting, more specifically connecting through conversation and companionship.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, tell us more about this topic. We're all created differently, but let's talk about this.
We are, man.
Do men and women connect differently? That's your first talking point there.
So, in general, yeah. Right, there's always exceptions, so we talk in a lot of generalities.
Yeah, not to stereotype, but
yeah, of course.
You make observations in your line of work, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, generally, I would say 80% of the time or so, we've got men whose primary way of sort of really connecting and feeling connected to their partner is just through hanging out, just doing life together, right? Whereas for women, most of the time, it's about conversations about immediate experience, right? Typically what we call like, what you thinking, how you feeling, it's feelings type stuff.
Verbalizing
right.
stuff. Okay.
Right. Yep.
So how important it is then, with that said, to understand each other's ways of connecting?
Oh, hugely important. Because see, here's the rub. The problem in relationships comes along when two people who have two different pathways, which again is usually what happens, right? And they don't understand the other's pathway, right? And so the problem becomes he's feeling connected to her just by the normal stuff of life. We go to bed together every night. We get up in the morning together, we go on vacations together. We celebrate birthdays together. Just all of that stuff for men typically tends to be very fulfilling, right? So we're partners. This is my person, right? Whereas for women who are really more motivated to be connected by that more conversational interchange, right? It's just there's a desire to what they would call go deeper, right? Yeah. It's like, it's not that we don't appreciate the living life together and doing all that stuff. It's just it doesn't really scratch that itch to feel connected, if that makes sense.
Kind of taking it to the next step. If I hear you correctly, you're saying it's more than just whipping out the mistletoe. Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
what new skills, if you will, would you have to acquire then? Because it may not be in someone's wheelhouse to naturally do that.
Yeah. Well, if you're
make the extra effort.
Yeah, sure. That's the thing, right? Is if you're a connecting through companionship person, then it's going to be events and activities, things like that are going to sort of be your thing. If you're a conversational person, it's going to be conversation that really is going to scratch that itch for you. What's the most important is that both people understand in a relationship, it's not that my partner doesn't want to connect with me, it's just that it's going to look different for them than it does for me. So if there's a person who has that companionship need and they're married to that person, of course, who has that, that conversational need, it's going to be taking that time to actually acknowledge, like, that's legitimate.
The word I'm focusing in on, or it's coming out to me, is intentionality.
Yeah, of course.
Make the intention there. Where can we find more information?
DavidFlowersTherapy.com.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie, you had me a little nervous with this topic this morning. I tried to tread lightly there, but it's good information to keep in mind. Be intentional and take that action. All right, good to see you.
Good to see you.